What's a classic Hong Kong snack that makes liberal use of eggs as a major ingredient? An egg tart? Maybe a Hong Kong style egg tart. But I was thinking egg waffles, my favorite snack to come out of the city. Yet one begs the question, why are egg tarts known the world over, whereas egg waffles seem relatively overlooked once you step out of the city? The story of Hong Kong egg waffles dates all the way back to the 1950s, when dining in Hong Kong was for survival rather than the luxury that we see today. Legend has it that grocery store owners back then were faced with a problem. Broken eggs. They couldn't sell them, but they couldn't afford to waste them. So what they did was they brought in some eggs, put in some evaporated milk, sugar and flour, and created the batter that we see today. But why the bubbles? You see, back then, eggs were considered a luxury. These chefs created a mold with these spherical mini eggs to create an illusion of abundancy. You could say it was all a nifty marketing trick. Nowadays, these gaidanzais can be found in some of the corners and alleyways of Hong Kong's most popular shopping streets. It has become, in a sense, a characteristically Hong Kong taste. After all, if you've taken a stroll here and caught a whiff of that vanilla-y, charcoal-y kind of smell, you probably know what I'm talking about. Behind me is Master Low Key Food Shop, and in my opinion, they have some of the best traditional style egg waffles. So I just got this one, the original Hong Kong egg puff, but ever since then they've also come up with different flavors. You got salted egg, chocolate, apple, black pepper, even a mala sausage version of that. You can see how this concept of egg waffles has evolved since its early days back in the 50s. So that's pretty cool. Sabio. Now, for those who don't know, there's a specific way to eat these gaidanzais. Instead of biting each piece out at a time, you can tear each bubble into smaller pieces. So it's the old-fashioned communal way of sharing things in Hong Kong. So nobody's left out. I think he prefers egg tarts. The smell is so sugary and sweet, but the ingredients are actually very, very simple. All it is just some flour, sugar, and eggs. In Hong Kong, sometimes they'll add in some evaporated milk so you get that extra sweetness into it. I'm a big fan of them. My advice is to try these while they're still warm. And to think that these all came from unwanted eggs and a little marketing trick. Good business. When I was young, when I could barely do my multiplications, I would always ask my mom to get me some of these every time we walked past somewhere around like Mongkok East after looking at goldfish all day. Good memories, I'd say. So what's the egg waffle's relevance in 2026? In a city that's being shaped by Macanese egg tarts, Portuguese egg tarts, and many other global influences, egg waffles continue to evolve. I'm standing right in front of Mommy's Pancakes to see whether the Hong Kong of old will recognize these new and funky egg waffles. Now, I specifically picked Mommy's Pancakes because I heard that they have some pretty creative egg waffle flavors. Over there, we can already see we have a lemon cheese tart à citron egg waffle, a fresh lemon flavored gaidanzai. Sweet potato egg puff. I love sweet potato. I'm not sure how that will taste with the gaidanzai format. So from Mommy Pancake, I just got the matcha flavored gaidanzai with brown sugar mochi. I'm not a huge fan of matcha. As an egg waffle fan, I'm fully expecting to, in the most PG, polite way to say it, lose my mind a bit over this flavor. So Mommy Pancake is already a well-established chain all across Hong Kong. They have shops everywhere. They're most famous for their innovative egg waffle flavors. The combination of a sugary, eggy batter from the original mixed in with some new matcha sugary mochi notes. Let's see how it is. Look at how different this one looks. This one is very, very green. Here's nothing. If you're a fan of mochi, you'll love this. Every bite is just so much more chewy and softer than the last one. Everything somehow melts in your mouth and has a nice flow to it. It's actually pretty good. I like it. I was fully expecting like, oh great, just another matcha creation, but it's got a good balance of egg and evaporated milk together with really pronounced matcha notes. And the mochi inside is a real treat. So if you want something a little bit more funky, this is the way to go. And you can see some of the brown sugar mochi leaking out as well. I'm getting some of it on my hands. With how many new matcha places that are popping up in Hong Kong, they should totally add this. This will be a pretty good treat. Unfortunately, I think this one loses a bit of that egg flavor. Such a small package, they have to put in the brown sugar mochi and some of the matcha dust in. So the egg aroma that I got from the traditional one isn't as strong here, but hey, at least it comes with this cute little bag. So like anytime you're traveling around Hong Kong, you can just bring this around. So it's easier. Something that I like to say is that the egg tart might be the global ambassador, but the egg waffle is the true local love. It's loud, it's messy, and it's characteristically simple, just like Hong Kong itself. So, I've only shown you 2 egg waffle shops in the city, but at Foodie, we've covered these cute little bubbles in guides and features again and again. Have a look at our website, and anytime you're touring Hong Kong, go on a little treasure hunt to see which egg waffle is your favorite, whether you're a sucker for traditional or something a little bit more funky.